Welcome back, everyone. The much anticipated glamorous panel, as Fredrik put it. Fredrik Liljegren is here from Antic Entertainment, started in 2008, but Fredrik has more than 20 years in the digital game development sector, and you can talk I have a long bio, but I'm not going to read it. You can talk to him about it. As much as say that he's moved into the social gaming space, launching Jump Battles last year, and last year we actually had a great post-mortem of that game. It was really exciting, and they've got information outside on that. But Fredrik is going to talk to this illustrious panel of folks in the social gaming space, which is a very exciting platform for a lot of people. So I'll let Fredrik take it away, introduce his panel, and want to thank Microsoft for sponsoring this panel, showing off some stuff in the exhibition space, but also have opportunities to talk with developers on the tools they have for developing games. So I'm going to let Fredrik take it away and enjoy.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. So obviously when we have a panel like this, we're going to start with introducing the gentleman sitting up here with me, and we'll start with Joe over there. That's kindly also sponsoring this little panel for us.
Well, thanks very much. I'm glad to be here. I suppose as sponsor, I just going to throw a really quick pitch, and that is, come talk to me if you're interested in building games for Windows or Xbox or Windows Phone, and I've got one right here. We've got a great game programming framework called X&A that makes game programming quite easy and fun. Come take a peek, and also come and challenge us. We're in the exhibit booth. We've got a booth in the exhibit room with Connect, and you can challenge me to a Lady Gaga dance-off later on.
Hello.
My name is Rob Valera. I'm the producer at EA, social platforms. Formerly of a company called J2 Play that was acquired by EA. The background on that is we had a social platform to help publish casual games to the social web.
My name is Greg Thompson. I'm founder of Tall Tree Games. We are a social game developer out of London here. We've been around for about 3.5 years, always on the Facebook platform. Combined, we've had about 100 million users that have played our games. And for the foreseeable future, plan on sticking to Facebook.
Cool. Once again, just on behalf of Big Bubble, thank you for having us here, and thank you for letting us really get involved this year and last year. It's been really fun working with Dick. And my name is Bryce Hunter, and I'm a producer with Big Bubble, and looking at casual and social game spaces as well as the mobile spaces. It's a very exciting place to be.
So, Katie did a little introduction for myself, but I'll add a little bit to that. I've been running Antic Entertainment with two of my founding partners for about 2 years now. We've been primarily in the web-based space, but we recently moved on to the Facebook space, or the more social aspect of it. So, to preface everything, I'm going to state some stuff up here that might not directly be the opinion about that Antic Entertainment have about this space, but I am the moderator of this panel, so I'd like to kind of stir the pot a little bit and maybe toss some stuff out there that raises some controversy. We had a very nice discussion over lunch, actually, and hopefully we're not all talked out on this subject already. So I'm going to start with the big, broad spectrum of trying to maybe quickly, not spend an entire panel of defining what we feel is social gaming. What is social gaming? Right?
Yes. Social gaming is what you do when you're tired of playing with yourself. No, social. Okay. Well, we were discussing earlier. I think Bryce, we were talking about that. A lot of gaming is social. It's just that we're applying it in the terms of computer games. Social gaming is where you're playing a game that's cooler because there's at least one other human being somewhere in the system.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. However, I think for all intents and purposes, the term social game is tossed around these days. For all intents and purposes, just Facebook gaming. If it wasn't for Facebook, social gaming wouldn't exist. And if Facebook was to close down their platform tomorrow, social gaming would be dead. I wouldn't consider the iPhone social gaming. I don't consider, go back to Quake. Was Quake 1 social gaming? I'd say it was a multiplayer gaming experience. And I think there's a big difference between multiplayer and social gaming. Even social gaming, I'm not a big fan of the term because you look at most Facebook games. And it's not the social element that is what draws people in initially. It may be what keeps people around, but these games are not inherently social. They try to be, and they're getting there, but the term of social gaming was coined way at the very beginning of Facebook games. And the only reason it's called social gaming is because it was on a social network. Yet the games themselves are often not social whatsoever. So while I don't inherently disagree that maybe Quake 1 could have been considered a social game, I don't think that it fits the description of what this panel is originally encompassing.
What about World of Warcraft? If you go on World of Warcraft, it's actually sometimes the best way to reach people. If you want to reach Japanese VC Joichi Ito, the best way to find him is to go online and go just dial, go and visit his Warcraft guild.
I think they need to consider themselves a massive multiplayer. And again, I guess I'm just differentiating between multiplayer and social. And maybe the best way to say it is in multiplayer, maybe is a little more hardcore, whereas social, you can maybe classify a little more casual.
Which is another actual topic that we were debating prior to as to what is specifically hardcore or what's specifically casual. I think a lot of us, and most people in this room, can agree upon what's like the colloquial terms we're referring to, casual versus, hardcore and social versus multiplayer. But really, when you take into consideration, anyone who's playing a game, ad nauseum, it really can be considered a hardcore game player, whether or not they're playing for Jules or whether or not they're playing, Call of Duty. And, Call of Duty being the multiplayer component of it, being the inherent draw to it, is that a social game or not? For all the purposes, I think that's right.
Well, maybe one definition of social gaming might be if playing the game ends up forming friendships and relationships, that might be a criteria for a social game.
I guess I'm just thinking if you're looking at the buzzword social gaming, I would say you could, instead of saying social, you could say Facebook. Because there's really, you can look at MySpace. MySpace, it drives some traffic, and I know our ARPUs are higher, like the average revenue per user, but at the end of the day, it's Facebook would even created the market to begin with. And basically the term did not exist before Facebook opened up the platform. Or if it did exist, it didn't exist. I don't think we have it.
Yeah, 100% agree. I don't think we can specify it as a social network that can be defined. Right? Social networking that have gaming.
Sure. Okay. So social gaming sites that have gaming. Yeah, perfect. Social networks that have gaming. Okay.
That's settled.
I
Social gaming is gaming.
Wait, no, I'm ready to.
So social gaming is a gaming experience that happens on the social network.
That's what I believe the buzzword is social gaming. Isn't that what we're discussing as a buzzword?
I might even argue that Facebook is the first successful implementation of social gaming. Flickr evolved from game never ending. It's just that they decided, this little side project for photos that we're including in our game is where the opportunity is, and maybe we should just kill the game and focus on that, and thus Flickr was born.
But I think Flickr more or less would foster child-based uploads and things of your family, not necessarily social experiences.
No, but the game that was supposed to be game never ending probably would have been a social game.
Sure.
It's just that Facebook, I would say, would be the first successful social game.